All right, welcome back. This is the winner's bracket semifinal, best of three, with Treebeards on the blue side versus No Way Jose on purple team. There was a lot of target bans in the pick ban phase. From blue team to purple team, they banned Lulu, which Syndrox was massive on in the last few games, and they also banned Vi and Pantheon. So pretty much target bans across the board, and then blue team is going for a heavy dive and heavy snowball comp versus purple team, which is also quite snowbally, but I feel like it's a little more balanced and has some more utility and more flexibility in the way they do a team fight, whereas blue team, it's going to be telegraphed what they do every time. Elise is going to get a stun on a target. They're going to try and eliminate him as quickly as possible, and then proceed to get resets and clean up the fight. But it's going to be pretty difficult against Lysandra. She can ult herself or ult an enemy, and it will freeze either character in place, essentially making them invincible for a little while, but unable to perform any actions. Another thing to note is that all of these champions, except for Kale maybe, are heavily mechanically dependent. So this might come down to, early at least, it might come down to who is more efficient with their ability use, their minion wave control, and with their auto attacks. Busty Senpei is rather aggressive, I know. And him on Riven I've never seen, but I think that we'll be seeing a lot of things from him top lane against Kha'Zix. Grom Hellscream too, not taking the flash, opting for the exhaust, it looks like. So the flash is not really that necessary, but it is going to be a problem if he gets caught out. Like I said before with the Elise stun or the slow from Kale. If he gets caught at all, he might be just instantly dead. It's going to be really dependent on the rotations and who can snowball and how early. Again, all remaining proceeds from this event will be going to the Hope mission. So hopefully we can get some good games in here and it'll be entertaining, and everything is good, is going to a good cause. All right, as we start the game, the red team looks like they're going to have a stronger level 1, so we might be able to see some moves from them. So far in all the games that have been casted, there have not been any huge moves level 1, but I feel like it's just because everyone's a little bit scared and they're unsure of the caliber of the enemy team. Both these teams know each other, though. They both know how skilled they are and how well they synchronize with each other. And we're seeing that from blue side right now as they start to invade from the top side going in. Lost Pandero's leading on Lee's. Hopefully he leveled up that stun. Might be able to catch out Riven, who's just wandering kind of by golems by herself. But no one's willing to be caught out, as Lysandra looks like she's might be waiting for that extra health pot. Really great positioning on red team's part, as they do not want to do a level 1 fight. They just want to hold out and make sure their laning is as strong as the last game they were in, which is really what set them apart from the team that they beat.
Minions have spawned.
Grom Hellscream once again opting for the Doran's Blade instead of upgrading his Hunter's Machete to a Spirit Stone. To make this worth it, he really needs to have a lot of early ganks and snowball even harder, because his sustain in the jungle is just not there as it stands. So He needs to, it's really important for him to just clear as many camps as he can early and get the ruin in the middle of the map to heal up so he can gank. Standard jungle starts. Riven looks to be going rather aggressive top lane, pushing her, looking for that level 2 advantage. That isolation damage though, Ignite going down on both champs, Riven flashes away, go back in, flash coming from Kha'Zix, and he first bloods Riven in an outplay. Great play by Kha'Zix. That's going to be really strong. Jarvan gang coming in on Kayle. Kayle jukes it, Ignite's going down, so there's no way she's getting away from this one. Grom Hellscream takes it for himself instead of giving it to Lissandra, which I agree with according to his build. Lissandra is going to be good when she farms it out. Her utility is just so useful. Some friendly banter happening between the teams. Los Panderos coming down for a gank on an overextended Lissandra, but Lissandra does have minion advantage, and Jarvan was looking maybe for a counter gank. Luckily, Elise decided to back off. Riven comes back with another longsword and a health pop, so she's looking to be aggressive and just finish maybe a brutalizer or start going into her Hydra rather early. Both teams taking their altars for free. Kha'Zix went with a cloth armor and a Doran's blade, so he will be rather tanky, but it's not going to push his advantage as much as I think he wants. Elise going for the standard jungle build. Riven going aggressive on Kha'Zix, and he just can't handle the harass right now. Bussy Senpei's mechanics on Riven are quite good. Oh, Grom Hellscream's getting caught out. Was looking for a gank, but gets stunned mid-Q. Very good rotation by Los Panderos and Elise. You can see the difference between these two teams and that how well they rotate together. No one's ever rotating by themselves on both sides. They're both going together to make sure there's that extra backup whenever, if a fight breaks out, no matter where it is. Red team just owning the blue team jungle right now. But Jarvan gets caught out, Riven comes in from surprise, she's in the middle of 3, Kha'Zix jumps in, Q's, that isolation damage isn't there, so it's not enough. Kha'Zix goes down, but so does Jarvan. 2v2 now. Los Panderos is running away, the chase is on. Riven will have her stomp soon, but Elise repels away to safety. Lissandra seems to be pushing the wave fairly strong. I don't know if that's the right play. His Kayle burst is so strong right now, and Elise was in the area, but Elise decided not to gank. Gank coming in on Riven from Elise. It's going to be almost definitely a kill here. Goes on to Elise. I think the gold would have been better placed on Kha'Zix though. One interesting thing is that kill forces bottom lane, Lissandra in the bottom lane to back because there's no pressure top. There's very little vision. So she can't be as aggressive as I can tell Syndrox wants to be. He wants to keep pushing that lane and pull Elise down to himself because he has the ability to get away, whereas Riven, although mobile, is not quite as safe as Lissandra. Everyone just farming their jungle right now. Lissandra is keeping up the push, but Riven is free farming, and he is up right now and is going to continue to keep improving his CS above Kha'Zix if Kha'Zix doesn't start extending that advantage he has. Red team looks like they're going to be pushing for the altar, but without vision. Oh, looks like Elise could be caught out here. Riven ults in, all the ults coming down. That is not even fair. Elise gets blown up by red team. They need to push a tower here or take the altar. They need to push an advantage on the map and not just look for kills, which is what they're going to do. They're going to take the altar. This should be for free. Looks like Jarvan's going to be building Hydrate. I don't know if he wants to go tanky or not. I can't really tell with that build as it stands. And no one on red team has boots right now, which is interesting. Especially since their rotations have been so good. Lee's looking for a gank on Lissandra, but it's just not going to happen. Elise is getting caught again, being too aggressive in the jungle, but will she be able to get away? The stun going into nothing. Not sure what he was doing there. Since none of red team ults are up, then looks like they're just going to walk away, but not without Kale getting a kill first. That Kale burst coming out of nowhere. Kazakh's looking for the kill on Riven. He gets it. Gold is exactly even. Both teams are fighting extremely well. They're rotating extremely efficiently. And all members of each team are building full damage, so expect more kills. Looks like Elise will be going into a Lissandra's Torment or Leandri's Torment next. Getting that burn damage and the magic pen. All fairly standard builds right now. Lissandra's finished her Blackfire Torch, so she's going to be able to blow up somebody if Kale cannot get her ult on in time. Or if she ults the wrong person. Red team looking for a pick in the bottom lane. I don't know if blue team's going to extend that far though. Kale is an inherent pusher, but Kale can also get away with her ult ups. All the ults come out for Kale. She gets exploded, but ults herself at the last minute and flashes away. Lissandra follows up and gets a kill. Elise could be caught out here if they jump on her. Ult comes out, Repel comes in, and she jukes away, but it's not going to be enough. She's probably going to drop here. Is the kill going to go to Riven? Nope. Grom Hellscream takes it for himself. Instead of backing off, I feel like red team should have pulled the altar for themselves. They're not going to get anything off that huge win. I think it's because they're scared. Both teams are extremely wary of each other, but we'll just have to see which one can extend their advantage. Red team across the board is winning in CS as well as in kills, so they're playing their laning phase extremely strongly, just like they did last game, but that doesn't take out blue team. They're also laning well, but their rotations are superior. Lissandra pushing her lane and rotating top. This could be a 3v2 top if Lissandra goes. Blue team is extremely wary of the power of red team right now. They just have so much dive. Oh, cut out on Jarvan. He could be exploded, but the damage from Lissandra, the AoE is just insane. Riven ults, kills Kale. This could be a tower. It should be a tower. Elise will have to back or die at the tower. Red team synchronizing extremely well with all of their ults. The CC is just insane, and the damage output from Lissandra and Riven is out of this world. Two Hydras on red team. So that's a top tower and a altar for red team. Oh, it looks like they're going to contest this altar, which is a good call. YUV go on Kale, bursting down Busty Senpai, and they also get the kill on Jarvan. This could potentially be a 3-for-0, but Lissandra is so slippery as it is, and they just don't have the CC to lock her down. This is a great example of disciplined and efficient shot calling. A lot of teams, after red team completely decimated blue team, would have just gone on tilt and essentially given up, but an aggressive play out of blue team caught red team off guard. They got 2 kills, and then they took the altar, so they have both altars right now, and they come back from a huge deficit to getting almost even. Jarvan's still without a pair of boots, so it's going to be hard for him to catch blue team out right now, as all 3 members of blue team have boots. Jarvan finally building a tank item. Looks like he's going to go into the Spirit of the Ancient Golem, which in my opinion is a good call. They have so much damage from Lissandra and Riven. They don't really need him to be that huge armor shredding glass cannon. Syndrox on Lissandra, just massive, picking up her first half of the Wooglit's death cap. Elise also going for a more tanky build, picking up the Giant's Belt, which she could turn into a variety of things. Most likely a Randuin's Omen or a yeah. Desperate cocoon from Elise. Oh, Syndra's gonna get caught out, but can she get away, or is she gonna turn? She's gonna turn and ult YUV, but YUV's gonna ult himself and continue that sustained damage with Ground Hellscream, but he is so tanky, and that Hydra damage, the resets, the isolation onto the Ground Hellscream, he's gonna take out YUV. Choco Bear is gonna try and eliminate.
Red team double kill.
Good try by blue team, but red team just blows up. Riven and Lissandra are so far ahead, and it's just the early advantage that Chocobero had on Kha'Zix is not being illustrated here. That's a bottom tower for red team. Red team now controls the entire map with both altars, both exterior turrets, and complete minion control. What blue team should do here is try and take the altar or go for a pickup on the Vile Mob. Vile Mob buff is extremely strong on both Kha'Zix and on Kale, as it gives cooldown reduction and attack speed, Kale's 2 main stats. Whereas on Riven and Jarvan and Lissandra, it is strong, but not quite as much. It could be a game-turning buff. Looks like Jarvan's heading to Valma himself. I think he's just checking to see if blue team's doing it. Red team's feeling really confident. They're not looking for any sneaky plays. They're just doing what they can. Lysandra misses her cocoon. That could have been a kill. Riven's farms at 130 and Lysandra at 120 to respectively 108 and 92. So not only are they just excelling in the team fights and getting the kills they need, they're also out farming their lane opponents, which is extremely important. Lysandra has finished her Blackfire Torch and her Wooglets, so she will be almost unkillable with her ult and then the Wooglets, which essentially is Zhonya's Hourglass. She won't. I doubt she will die this game. I bet you she win or lose, Lysandra will not die. These team fights are going to be really tough for blue team because they need to choose a target and focus that person. Try and get a jump on Roundhouse Screen, but the blow up from Riven, just total domination from red team. The burst is just there. Nothing blue team can do at this point. Red team is so well out of control. They need to keep pushing towers. They're not taking... Oh, and the surrender comes in. Red team wins.
There's